My goal is to drop 200 pounds from my Nissan GTR, and the front seats are some of the heaviest items on this car. Aftermarket racing seats are lighter, but can cost $2,000 or more for only 2 seats. The other issue is the airbag warning light will stay on if the OEM seats are removed. I'll show you my $700 budget racing seats and what I did to turn off the airbag warning light. There are many seat manufacturers, styles, sizes, and materials, but it comes down to fixed seating position or reclinable seating position. A fixed only has one option, and you better make sure you fit because it may not fit anyone else. A slider will help with the forward and backward adjustment, but you won't be able to adjust the seating position. That's where a reclinable seat comes in. It may not be as light as a fixed position, but meets my requirements: adjustability, back and forth slide, access to the back seats, and weight reduction. I eventually narrowed it down to these Recaro SR3 style seats. I'm skeptical because the internet says that these types of seats are not safe and cheaply made, but I am unorthodox if you've been on my channel. To start the install, simply remove the plastic bolt covers and 4 bolts that secure the seat bracket down to the chassis and save them for later. Make sure to unplug the electrical adapters underneath the seats first before pulling them out. Remove the seatbelt buckle with a 14mm wrench from the OEM seat because it will need to be transferred over. You'll also have to disconnect and snake out the electrical cable from the bottom of the seat. The package I received came in pieces, but it included everything. Secure everything down with the supplied hardware and have a lot of patience because things may not go as smoothly, especially when installing the sliders. I bought the seat brackets from Wedge. It was an interesting purchase because they are made to order and will need dimensions from your seat before manufacturing. Simply bolt these to the bottom of the new seats. This is also a good time to install the OEM seatbelt buckle. Now it's time to install the new seats, which might need a little adjustment here and there. Finally, grab the OEM bolts from before and reuse them to secure the seats down. The seats have been installed and they look great. But there's one more item I need to address, and that is the airbag light. I don't want to be driving around with it flashing in my face because that can get annoying. So let me show you guys how to turn it off. One passenger occupant sensor emulator was purchased from Airbag 360 to inform the SRS system that someone is always sitting in the passenger seat to get rid of the airbag light, which will constantly be on if not done, and to me can be annoying. It simply plugs right into the adapter of the passenger side harness. Using this method, the passenger side airbag will deploy if an accident happens. 2 2.2 ohm resistors are needed to inform the SRS system that the side airbags on both the OEM seats are working. The airbag light will also be constantly on if not done. I bent the resistor into the shape below and inserted one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side and used electrical tape to secure it to the adapter. Okay, so here's what I did to prevent the airbag warning light from staying on all the time. You'll need to do this 3 times. First time, do not step on the brake. Turn on the car by pressing the push start button 2 times. Look at the airbag warning light. Once the light turns off, immediately press the push start button once to turn off the car. Now we have to wait 5 seconds. Second time, do not step on the brake. Turn on the car by pressing the push start button 2 times. Look at the airbag warning light again. Once the light turns off, immediately press the push start button once to turn off the car. Wait another 5 seconds. Third time, do not step on the brake. Turn on the car by pressing the push start button 2 times. This is the last time we look at the airbag warning light. Once the light turns off, immediately press the push start button once to turn off the car. This 4th time is to check if the airbag light turns off on its own. If it doesn't, then repeat steps 1, 2, and 3 again. In my case, it turned off automatically. Replacing the OEM seats with aftermarket seats reduced 45.8 pounds. The total cost for this project is $691.69. The seats are installed and they look like OEM. They sit lower than the GTR seats, provide good hip and shoulder support, and visibility. They're also helmet friendly. Access to the back seats has not been compromised just in case I have to use them for passengers or transporting wheels to my next track event. So much faster than the OEM GTR seats, sliding forwards and backwards. And I think that's probably where I'm gonna be staying at, right here in this position. I could have bought $1,000 seats probably just one of them. I don't see the reason why, because I'm not really using them for any kind of serious motorsports. My GTR is mostly driven on public roads and not racetracks. These seats will work. I am not too sure about the longevity, but I will keep you guys updated on any issues that I find out in the future. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.